Let us take an example to better understand how exactly are constructors used. Your interviewer might as well ask you to write a program to demonstrate the use of constructors, and this is how you'll approach this question. You start off by defining a scenario. Suppose you have to design an employee program, a program which stores data of many employees. These employees have certain variables associated with them. So each employee has his or her own name, contact information, and let's say location. The requirement also suggests that your employee program have the location stored depending on where your employee is working. As of now, suppose the firm is small and it has only one headquarter in New York. In this case, all the employees will share one common location, which is New York. But there is a chance that your firm might flourish and expand to some other location. So you don't want to make it a static variable. You want to keep it as an instance variable. Let's just try to put it in code what all we just discussed. So of course we have the class employee over here wherein you'll have int id. So each employee will have his own id, his or her own id, string location, and of course we are interested in demonstrating the constructor. So we'll also have our constructor over here. Now we know that the constructor has the same name as that of the class. So in this case, it will be employee. I want to start off by demonstrating my knowledge about the default constructor. So I create a default constructor, employee, which takes in no parameters, but what it does is sets the location to New York for all the calls. So all subsequent calls will result in setting the location of each employee to New York. Now, how exactly do we use this constructor? We know that the constructor is invoked whenever objects are created or instantiated, to be precise. So let's create a few objects. So employee E1 is equal to new employee. Let me just copy paste that. I have employee E2 and E3. Now, notice what is going to happen over here. When this statement is executed, employee E1 is equal to new employee, the constructor is invoked. Now, when the constructor is invoked, Java understands that this call to the constructor was with this particular object, and hence all the variables that are referred to inside this block will point to that object which called the constructor. In this case, E1 called the constructor, and hence this location belongs to E1. Let me just fix this. I have a spelling mistake. Yeah, so there. So E1 calls up the constructor, the default constructor. E1 gets his location set to New York. E2 calls the default constructor again, gets its location set to New York again, and same goes with E3. So this takes care, cut it. This takes care of your default constructor knowledge. Now, your interviewer will definitely question you about parameterized constructor, in which case you say that I will now design the parameterized constructor. You simply want to progress in this scenario. Now, what happens is, suppose that this firm is doing really well, and now it buys a new office, or let's say it acquires a new firm, or it shifts to a new location. So now there are two possible locations, one being New York and the second one being New Jersey. So before we do that, let's design the parameterized constructor. So employee will take in the string location, let's just call it L as of now. And what you'll do is, instead of giving location a default value, you will give it the value sent by the user. So here I'll say location is equal to L. Now if I want to use this, I simply have to create employees. Employee 4 is equal to new employee, and I want to call the parameterized constructor. So what I'll do over here is I'll add New Jersey. Let's just try and run this program. So of course I'll first compile it with Java C space employee main dot Java. Works good. and Java space employee mate. So compiles and runs properly. We have no output because I haven't printed anything. So if you want to print it, we'll just add a few system out println statements. I have the statements added. Let me just compile it again. And so employee E1 works at New York and employee E4 works at New Jersey. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned.